It is now time for the great debate.
Come on.
Up for discussion this morning is the perfect first date is what we want to talk about this morning. Because, well, Nat, why don't you tell us why we're talking about the perfect first date?
Well, so basically, I was talking to my boyfriend last night, and we haven't gone on our first date yet. So I was like,
Wait, what? How
yeah.
long have you guys been together?
We're going on 3 months.
You haven't been on a date in 3 months of being together?
Yeah,
How is that even possible?
Is that even a relationship?
guys. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not
All
judging.
right, yeah.
I'm not judging.
It's a judgment-free
Judgment
zone.
free zone.
Brian,
My
Brian,
bad. My
you
Oh, yeah,
guys
I meant to
talk
hit
about
this.
how
My bad.
judgment-free is.
bad. I'm getting
Yeah,
feisty
there
over
we go.
here. My fault.
But yeah, I was telling her, I was like, we should probably go on a date. We've been dating for almost 3 months now. Like, we should get out of the house or something, or I don't know. Like,
Well, what is it? What when you guys get together? Is there ever going out to get something to eat, or
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
like, we don't sit down, but
So-
like it's usually just like we go
Fast
get
food.
like fast food.
and then
yeah.
go back to his place?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure you're the only one?
Oh.
I'm asking you because it seems like does he not
Are
want
you
to be?
serious?
Does he not want to be seen in public with you? Why wouldn't you take someone on a date?
I'm amazing. I think anybody would want to be
All right,
seen in public.
I'm
with me.
not. This isn't a indictment of you. I'm just saying, like, why is he so afraid to be seen in public with you?
Why do you, I don't think he's afraid to be seen in public
Okay.
with me.
Are we not allowed to even ask questions,
I'm
intern?
not saying that, but you're just saying I think he's afraid to be in public with you.
No, I mean, I'm saying, do you think he is? Because I know that when I'm dating somebody,
I mean,
when I used to,
we've gone to like the grocery store together.
but I know
Ooh.
that when I was dating more than one person,
Okay, Kelly.
staying out of the public
Don't
eye
tell me
was
that.
paramount importance. All right, anyway, this ain't about
This
that.
is awkward.
This ain't about these
These
Kelly
allegations.
cheating guys.
This is awkward.
Yeah, this is awkward
No,
now.
I hear Nat. You
Yeah.
want to go on a date.
Yep.
What is the ideal date for you? Like, if you could choose the perfect night, how would you do it?
Probably like out to dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
What type of dinner? You talking fancy? You just talking a bar, restaurant?
I mean, I don't really care that much.
And
Well,
then
you got to pick ideal.
Maybe like sushi.
Okay.
that's
I
a
like
good.
sushi.
And then what? Just back home after that?
Yeah, maybe like ice cream after.
Ooh.
That's fun. That's cute.
Walk around the
So
park, maybe.
cute. Yeah, maybe take a walk around Times Square.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So you're going to New York
Going
on
to
your
Yeah,
first
That's
date?
what she
All
wants
right.
for
I
the first
wish.
date.
That's neat.
Yeah.
So my opinion, if I may say, of the
Mhm.
perfect first date, I like the dinner idea. Dinner is always good,
Oh, yeah.
right? That's kind of the staple of the first date.
Right.
But then I always thought going to a movie was always a good one.
No.
Only because then you don't have to talk for like 90 minutes.
That's the
Just
Isn't that
That's
the whole point of a date?
Yeah.
well, what if it's not? What if you don't really dig the person, or like you go to dinner, you have a little conversation. Now the movie's a breather, and then if it's going well, then you go out for cocktails afterwards,
No.
and then
No.
you loosen up.
I actually hate the movie theater. like hate.
The place, just in general, or for a
Like-
first date?
No, I hate the movie theater.
Why?
What? Is,
I hate how there's extra sound. It feels like my seat is vibrating. The screen is blaring in my eyes. I'm already getting a headache thinking about it.
that's what most people love.
Isn't that the whole point of going to the movies?
No,
For-
I'd rather cuddle up in my bed with my blankets.
Okay.
Okay.
That's also a very fair.
Spoken like a true Gen Z.
I think both of those are lame.
Okay.
You want-
Oh,
What is yours then?
let's
My-
hear the perfect
yeah.
first date, Brian Riley.
The perfect first date. Okay. I
Okay.
think dinner is good.
Yeah.
Dinner is good.
We can all agree on that.
Yeah, like bare
Dinner's a staple.
Yeah.
And of course,
the go-to.
you pay for it. The guy pays for it.
Oh
Mhm.
Has to.
yeah.
If you want to be classy, you got
I'm
to pay
not
for
even
it.
gonna pretend to whip out my wallet.
No.
No. My thing is, if you're going to go on a date, you want to show how fun you are. Going to a movie and sitting there for 2 hours not talking is not romantic.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, you can put your
well, you
arm
don't
around
know
them,
the
you know,
person. You're
Yeah,
not
you
trying to
could
be
just
romantic.
Hold their hand.
Yeah, but you want them to get to know you. In 2 hours where you don't say a word, you leave afterwards like, can't
Kel-
wait for round two. Like, I couldn't even tell you this guy's name.
Kelly's like, I really like this girl.
Yeah. She said nothing the whole time. It was great. I would say you go somewhere fun, like Dave and Buster's, or you do some sort of activity.
Man, that's expensive though.
That's all right. Look,
But
your
I think I
first
would-
date is always the most expensive date
Like you set the bar.
because you're setting it way
Uh-huh.
high. Like,
Okay.
hey, I'm every once in a while we can do something really fun and we can go on a date like this.
Mhm.
right.
And so you go Dave and Buster's, you play games. Maybe he lets you win once, gets you a nice little prize. Now you have a little love memento afterwards that you could throw in the trash when he dumps you. You know?
Burn it.
You
Yeah,
know, it's something
burn
along
it.
those lines.
Yeah.
And that to me, and then of course afterwards you get the fun text like, had fun tonight, LOL.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Kissy emoji.
That would be the perfect date.
Well, that's the great debate. that's what it's all about. Someone texting in, bowling is always a good first date.
That is.
I would embarrass myself.
Would you?
That's what I get
But that's
nervous about, like doing those. No, like I would embarrass myself.
That's okay.
Like I would be like, "Can you put up the lane thing?
Oh, the bumpers?
The
Can you put
bumpers?
up the bumpers?"
That's
Hey.
cute though. If you're on a first date,
He'd be like, "How old is she? Do
That's fine.
you need the ramp too?" And I'd be like, "Ah," and I'm like pushing it down.
I don't want to put my fingers in there. That's gross. What was
Ugh.
your Kelly? What was your very like the most memorable first date you've had?
it'd probably be with my wife. It's one of the only ones I really remember.
Okay.
And we went to a Mexican restaurant.
Of course,
you know, I was trying to show her I respect her people. Although it was a terrible Mexican restaurant. It was
She was
awful.
disappointed.
She probably would. It smelled. You ever been in that restaurant that smells like an old wash rag?
Yeah, yeah.
Gross.
You know?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so we
Mhm.
went in there and so just say it was like, and she, oh God, she wasn't even 21 yet.
Oh boy.
And I
You
was.
butter and margarita.
So,
or
no,
something.
no, I did not. But I
She pulled
had
out her fake ID and grabbed herself her own.
but I had a few drinks while we were at dinner because I was like, I'm
Why
only
These
wouldn't you?
21.
nerves.
Yeah, right. I wanted to be entertaining. And then she had to drive me home
She drove you home.
on our first date.
Okay, that's love right
and you
there,
guys
brother.
are still together.
Because I had like 3 martinis while we were at dinner. And I was like, yeah, could you drive?
It's funny.
Drive me home.
It's funny because my first date with my girlfriend,
Mhm.
we both drank before meeting each other. So I had probably 4 or 5 before.
to loosen up.
And she had about 4 or 5. And then we go on the date
You're
And-
both just.
and we get there and I'm like, I'll take whatever. And she's like this. And she goes, I have a confession to make. I was like, what's that? She's like, I had about 4 or 5 before this. And I go,
Yeah.
really? I had about 4 or 5. And she goes,
Yeah.
this is perfect. We got ourselves a pizza, cooled off the booze a little bit, hung out. It worked out well. And that was probably one of my more memorable first
Did you
dates.
guys
That's
go
good.
out to eat?
Oh, yeah. We went out to eat. Well,
Uh-huh.
originally we were going to go somewhere really like nice,
Yeah.
but we were both 5 drinks deep. And we're like, let's get some
Can't really
grease in our
show up
system.
to, like, a
So we
nice-
just went to some sports bar and I got like a barbecue chicken pizza.
The best.
And she
Yum.
got some burger and she was like, you want to split this? I'm like, gosh, you're just reading my mind perfectly.
That's when you knew.
That's how I knew.
You're like, I'm in love.
Well,
that was it.
That
that's
was the
good,
breaking
though.
point.
I love that you had the pre warm up drinks.
You had to.
Honestly, back in the day, I would do the same
Yeah,
thing.
look, that was the thing is because I hadn't been on a first date in forever. So I don't know what to expect.
Well, that's why my wife had
Mm-hmm.
to. My girlfriend had. Well, she wasn't even my girlfriend then, but that's why she had to drive because I probably had like 2 or 3, and I would just do shots. Like I would do like 2 shots of vodka and be like, all right, I'm ready to go.
You're just throwing them back on your first date. Yeah.
But then you
What?
think, then you go have 3 martinis, man. You're about 10 shots of vodka in on the night. So,
Yeah, nothing worse than one eye in it on your way home. Going, all right, let's figure this thing out.
well,